Viagra takes 30 to 60 minutes to kick in. But what if you could feel results in just 5 minutes? No drugs, no pressure, just a natural technique that taps into your own pelvic power. And it's backed by science. I'm Dr. James Whittaker, and most men have never been taught how to use the muscles, breath, and posture that control erections. But you're about to learn. In this video, we'll break down a fast-acting method used by pelvic health specialists that could change how you perform starting today. Why natural solutions matter. Millions of men rely on pills like Viagra for performance, but not everyone wants to depend on medication forever. Side effects, delays, or simply the feeling of being hooked on a drug can take the joy out of intimacy. That's why natural, fast-acting solutions matter. You want something safe, discreet, and effective. Something you can do anywhere, anytime, without a prescription. In this video, you'll learn a 4-step routine that activates your body's own erection pathways using breath, muscle, posture, and optional nitric oxide support. It's not magic, it's biology. The goal is to prep your system quickly so it responds better when arousal kicks in. This is performance redefined from the inside out. Step 1. Pelvic floor activation. The first step in this 5-minute routine is activating your pelvic floor, a group of deep muscles that plays a direct role in erectile strength. Specifically, we're targeting the bulbospongiosus and ischiocavernosus muscles. These muscles compress the veins in the penis, helping trap blood inside during arousal. That trapping action is what gives an erection its firmness and staying power. Without it, blood flows in but leaks right back out. To engage them, you'll perform Kegel exercises. And no, they're not just for women. Start with 10 quick pulses, contract the muscles as if you're stopping a stream of urine. Hold for 1 to 2 seconds, then release. After that, do 5 slow holds. Tighten for 5 seconds, then fully relax for 5 seconds. Focus on isolating the correct muscle group. Avoid clenching your abs, thighs, or glutes. You should feel a gentle lift in the area between your scrotum and tailbone. These contractions aren't just strengthening for the long term. They increase pelvic blood pressure immediately. Many men report increased fullness and warmth within minutes. Think of this step as priming the chamber before ignition, essential and fast-acting. Step 2. Diaphragmatic breathing. The next step is mastering your breath, not just to relax, but to literally switch on your body's erection pathway. Erections aren't controlled by effort or force. They're managed by your autonomic nervous system, specifically the parasympathetic branch, known as the rest and digest state. When you're anxious, distracted, or tense, you trigger the opposite system, the sympathetic fight-or-flight mode, which restricts blood flow and shuts down arousal. Diaphragmatic breathing is one of the fastest ways to override that stress signal. Here's how to do it. First, sit or lie in a relaxed position. Second, inhale slowly through your nose for 4 seconds, letting your belly expand. Third, hold for 2 seconds. Fourth, exhale fully through your mouth for 6 seconds, letting your body soften. Fifth, repeat for 2 minutes. As you breathe, imagine warmth flowing downward into your pelvis. You're not trying to force arousal, you're creating the environment for it. Research shows this kind of breathing reduces cortisol, slows heart rate, and stimulates the vagus nerve, all of which support erection quality. It's simple, fast, and works best when done right before intimacy or partnered touch. Step 3. Strategic posture for blood flow. Now let's talk about something most men overlook: posture. How you position your body directly affects blood flow to the pelvis and penis. If you're slouched, compressed at the hips, or putting pressure on key arteries and nerves, you're blocking circulation without realizing it. Strategic posture helps open those pathways and encourages blood to move where it's needed. Option 1. Reclined bridge. Lie on your back with knees bent and feet flat. Place a pillow or rolled towel under your pelvis to elevate it slightly. This tilts blood flow toward the groin. Option 2. Upright seated. Sit tall on a firm chair or surface, hips slightly higher than your knees. Tilt your pelvis forward gently. Elongate your spine and avoid crossing your legs. Both positions reduce pressure on the perineum and improve venous return. For added effect, Gently rock or tilt the hips in the small movements while breathing. Think of posture as opening the floodgates, a simple adjustment that enhances everything else. Pairing this with your Kegels and breath work makes your body more responsive within minutes. Please take a moment to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. The natural performance techniques I'm sharing today could transform your confidence and intimacy, but YouTube doesn't always show my videos to everyone who needs them. Subscribing ensures you never miss these life-changing strategies. Step 4. Combine breath plus Kegels. Now that your pelvic muscles are activated, your nervous system is calm, and your posture is optimized, it's time to bring everything together. This final activation step is where you synchronize your breath with your pelvic floor contractions to create a full-body erection signal. It's not about intensity, it's about rhythm and coordination. Here's how to do it. First, inhale slowly through your nose. As you inhale, contract your pelvic floor, a gentle, controlled squeeze. Second, hold for a second. Third, exhale slowly through your mouth. As you exhale, completely release the contraction. Fourth, repeat this for 10 full cycles. Each cycle helps reinforce the neuromuscular link between your brain, nerves, and pelvic tissue. The breath increases oxygen delivery. The contraction boosts blood pressure in the erectile tissue. Many men report a growing sense of fullness, warmth, and sensitivity even without direct stimulation. Think of it as flipping all the right switches at the same time. This technique isn't just functional, it's deeply empowering. You're not waiting for arousal to happen, you're creating it. Bonus step: nitric oxide circulation. Primer. This final step isn't part of the 5-minute routine itself, but it can dramatically enhance its effects if done beforehand. Nitric oxide is a natural molecule your body produces to relax and widen blood vessels, a process called vasodilation. When nitric oxide levels rise, blood flows more easily into the penis, making it easier to achieve and maintain an erection. To boost nitric oxide naturally, consume a nitrate-rich drink 30 to 60 minutes before you plan to use the 5-minute routine. 2 excellent options. Number 1, 8 ounces of beetroot juice. Number 2, 1.5 to 3 grams of L-arginine, an amino acid that increases nitric oxide. Studies support this approach. A 2021 meta-analysis in the Journal of Sexual Medicine found that L-arginine improved erectile function in up to 50% of men. A 2017 study in hypertension showed beet juice improved circulation in under an hour. This step gives your blood vessels a head start, so when you activate the pelvic floor and breathe deeply, blood moves faster and more efficiently. Think of nitric oxide as pre-lubricating your body's internal pump system. It primes your engine before ignition. Let's put it all together. The 5-minute routine that primes your body for performance. Start with 2 minutes of pelvic floor activation. Perform 10 quick Kegel squeezes, followed by 5 longer holds, engaging the muscles that trap blood during arousal. Then move into 2 minutes of slow diaphragmatic breathing while positioning your body correctly. Either reclined with your pelvis slightly elevated or seated upright with hips open. Finally, in the 5th minute, synchronize breath with contraction. Inhale and gently squeeze the pelvic floor. Exhale and fully release. Repeat this breath muscle loop for 10 cycles. If you consume beetroot juice or L-arginine earlier, your blood vessels are already widening, enhancing each step of this process. By the end, you may feel increased warmth, heaviness, or even a spontaneous erection, especially with repeated use. This isn't just a technique. It's a training tool. Use it before intimacy or as part of your daily reset. The best part, it's fast, drug-free, and builds your natural response. 1 breath, 1 squeeze, 1 minute at a time. While this 5-minute routine is effective for many men, it's important to understand that no natural method works for everyone every time. If you go through all the steps, Kegels, breath work, posture, nitric oxide priming, and still feel little or no response, don't get discouraged. That lack of response is actually useful information. It could mean there's a deeper issue at play, such as poor blood flow from cardiovascular disease, nerve impairment from diabetes or injury, or a hormonal imbalance like low testosterone. If you've lost your morning erections or experience weak arousal, even with strong desire, those are signs worth investigating. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Have you tried natural techniques for performance enhancement before? What has been your experience with breathing exercises or pelvic floor work? Your insights could help other men in our community. In these cases, it's time to consult a urologist. Diagnostic tools like penile Doppler ultrasound or blood work can uncover the root cause. Treatments may include PDE5 inhibitors like Cialis, testosterone therapy, or regenerative therapies like shockwave or PRP. One fast-acting option to know about is glyceryl trinitrate gel. In a 2018 study, 44% of men experienced erections within 5 minutes, but it's prescription only. Bottom line, if this routine doesn't work, it's not failure. It's feedback. Your body's telling you it needs more help. Listen to it. Understanding why this routine works helps you apply it more effectively. The pelvic floor muscles aren't just about strength, they're about timing and coordination. These muscles need to contract at precisely the right moment to trap blood effectively. The breathing component activates your parasympathetic nervous system, which is essential for erectile function. When you're in fight or flight mode, your body prioritizes survival over reproduction. Deep breathing signals safety and allows blood to flow to non-essential organs like reproductive tissues. Posture affects circulation in ways most men never consider. Sitting or lying in positions that compress major blood vessels can reduce flow by up to 30%. Strategic positioning removes these barriers and creates clear pathways for blood flow. The synchronized breathing and muscle contraction creates what researchers call neuromuscular re-education. You're literally retraining your body's automatic responses to work more efficiently. This 5-minute routine isn't just about immediate results. It's about building long-term sexual health. Regular practice strengthens the neuromuscular pathways involved in erection quality. Many men notice improvements in spontaneous erections, morning erections, and overall sexual confidence after just 2 weeks of consistent practice. The key is consistency. Like any physical skill, this gets better with practice. Start with once daily, preferably at the same time each day. Many men find morning practice particularly effective because testosterone levels are naturally higher then. You can also use abbreviated versions throughout the day. Even 30 seconds of deep breathing or a few Kegel contractions can help maintain the mind-body connection you're building. Let's recap what you've just learned. In only 5 minutes, you can activate your body's own erectile system. No pills required. You combine pelvic muscle engagement, deep breathing, smart posture, and optional nitric oxide support to unlock faster blood flow and stronger responsiveness. This isn't a gimmick. It's science-backed preparation you can control. With practice, it gets even more effective. And if it doesn't work immediately, it gives you valuable insight about what your body might need. Either way, you're now leading, not reacting to your performance. You have tools that work with your natural physiology rather than against it. This method represents a fundamental shift from dependence on external solutions to mastery of your own body's capabilities. Instead of waiting for a pill to take effect, you can actively participate in creating the physiological conditions for optimal performance. The empowerment that comes from this knowledge extends beyond the bedroom. When you understand how your body works and can influence its responses, you gain confidence that affects every area of your life. Remember, sexual health is overall health. The breathing, posture, and muscle control you're learning here benefit your cardiovascular system, nervous system, and mental well-being. You're not just improving performance. You're optimizing your entire physiological foundation for vitality and confidence.